崩れとる。ああ、ああ、水の下崩れた。ああ、ああ。
Nature's fury knows no bounds, and in 2024, the world witnessed two devastating reminders of Earth's immense power. In a year marked by seismic catastrophes, two nations found themselves at the mercy of the ground beneath their feet. Experience the raw power of nature like never before, with dramatic footage capturing the terrifying moments when the ground beneath these nations erupted in chaos. Join us as we delve into the heart-wrenching tales of the most dangerous earthquakes of 2024, a year that shook the very foundations of Japan and Taiwan.
冲的地震，汤方，冲的地震，汤方。哦，你哪家里？
Our story begins on the very first day of 2024, as the world ushered in a new year with hope and celebration. Little did the people of Japan know that their festivities would be cut short by a terrifying natural disaster. On Monday, January 1st, 2024, central Japan and its western coast were struck by a powerful earthquake, followed by a menacing tsunami. The seismic event, initially measured at a staggering magnitude of 7.6, unleashed widespread chaos across the affected region.
めっちゃ揺れてる。やばい。おお。わあ、やばい。
As the earth trembled, power grids failed, essential services crumbled, and a state of emergency descended upon the nation. The Japan Meteorological Agency sprang into action, issuing urgent tsunami warnings for the coastal prefectures of Ishikawa, Niigata, and Toyama. Residents were urged to seek higher ground as waves of approximately 1 meter crashed along parts of the Sea of Japan coast. The city of Toyama reported tsunami waves reaching 0.8 meters, with fears of larger waves looming on the horizon. As the situation unfolded, social media platforms were flooded with terrifying footage. Shaken residents captured videos of their homes and subway trains violently trembling during the earthquake, providing a chilling glimpse into the chaos that engulfed the nation. The epicenter of this calamity was the Noto region, where a series of quakes struck in the afternoon. The Earth's violent dance began at 4:06 p.m. local time with a 5.7 magnitude tremor, quickly followed by the massive 7.6 magnitude quake. Within the span of just 1 hour, at least 5 subsequent tremors rocked the area, leaving residents in a constant state of fear and uncertainty. The destructive force of the earthquake was on full display in the coastal city of Suzu, where dramatic footage emerged of a building collapsing in a plume of dust. In Kanazawa City, terrified residents sought refuge under tables as tremors violently shook their homes. Even Tokyo, located on the opposite coast, felt the Earth's fury as buildings swayed with the seismic activity. The earthquake's impact on infrastructure was severe and far-reaching. More than 36,000 households in Ishikawa and Toyama prefectures were plunged into darkness as power outages swept across the region. Transportation systems buckled under the strain, with high-speed rail services to Ishikawa suspended, severing vital connections between affected areas. Telecom operators reported widespread disruptions in phone and internet services in Ishikawa and Niigata, further isolating those in need of help. The aviation sector was not spared from the disaster's reach. Japanese airlines were forced to divert and cancel flights to and from airports in the Toyama and Ishikawa regions, leaving travelers stranded and further complicating rescue and relief efforts. As the nation grappled with the immediate aftermath of the earthquake, concerns over the safety of nuclear power plants along the Sea of Japan loomed large. The specter of the 2011 Fukushima disaster cast a long shadow over the current crisis. However, Japan's Nuclear Regulation Authority moved swiftly to allay fears, stating that no irregularities were detected at these facilities. This included the 5 active reactors at Kansai Electric Power's Ohi and Takahama plants in Fukui Prefecture. The Hokuriku's Shika plant in Ishikawa, located nearest to the quake's epicenter, had fortunately halted its 2 reactors for regular inspection before the earthquake struck. The plant reported no impact from the seismic event, providing a small measure of relief amidst the overwhelming devastation. As Japan began the daunting task of assessing the damage and initiating recovery efforts, the world watched with bated breath, hoping that the resilience and preparedness of the Japanese people would once again shine through in the face of adversity. But the Earth was not done unleashing its fury in 2024. Just 3 months later, on April 3rd, another nation would face nature's wrath in a catastrophic event that would reshape its landscape and test the limits of human endurance. At 8:07 a.m. local time on April 3rd, 2024, Taiwan was struck by a massive 7.4 magnitude earthquake. The epicenter was located 11 miles south of the coastal city of Hualien, approximately 96 miles southeast of the capital Taipei. This seismic event would prove to be the most powerful to hit the island nation in over 25 years. Leaving a trail of destruction and heartbreak in its wake. The earthquake's impact was immediate and devastating. High-rise buildings in major cities swayed uncontrollably. Household objects became dangerous projectiles, and terrified citizens fled into the streets in a state of panic. The very fabric of daily life was torn apart in mere seconds as the earth violently shook. Hualien County, being closest to the epicenter, bore the brunt of the destruction. Roads crumbled like paper, bridges collapsed into ravines, and a catastrophic landslide completely buried the Yuli train station. trapping an unknown number of passengers beneath tons of debris. The scenes of destruction were reminiscent of the worst natural disasters in recent memory, as multi-story residential and office buildings violently pancaked to the ground across multiple cities, including the capital, Taipei. The human toll of this catastrophe was staggering. At least 9 people lost their lives in the immediate aftermath, while a shocking 963 individuals were injured. Hospitals across the affected regions were overwhelmed, with medical staff working tirelessly around the clock to treat the seemingly endless stream of arriving victims. Beyond the devastating human impact, the earthquake's brutal effects crippled Taiwan's infrastructure. Over 87,000 households were plunged into darkness as electrical lines were severed. The task of sorting through the massive amounts of rubble for valuables and construction materials that could be reused or recycled began in earnest. This monumental effort would not only aid in the physical rebuilding of devastated areas, but also help in the emotional healing process. For those who had lost everything. While Taiwan is no stranger to seismic activity due to its location along the volatile Ring of Fire, the magnitude and far-reaching impacts of this 7.4 tremor were unprecedented in the modern era. The island's long history of earthquake preparedness and the resilience of its people were pushed to their absolute limits as Taiwan grappled with recovering from one of its deadliest natural disasters in decades. As we reflect on these 2 catastrophic events that marked the year 2024, we are reminded of the awesome and often terrifying power of our planet. The earthquakes in Japan and Taiwan serve as somber reminders of our vulnerability in the face of nature's might. Yet, they also stand as testaments to human resilience, compassion, and the strength found in communities coming together in times of crisis.